everybody, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Jeanette. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook as Crafty Cleggs Creations, and also here on YouTube. I do have a little Etsy shop, and again known as Crafty Cleggs Creations. Welcome, how are we all? First of all, I'd like to say, if you're an old subscriber, I always say this and I feel that it's the wrong thing to say that you're an old subscriber. If you are a current subscriber, thank you very much for tuning in and coming back. And I have had a massive influx of new subscribers. I have jumped from near to 600 to well over 700. I think I've got about 730 subscribers. So welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see and you carry on following me. Today is Sunday the 6th of September. The weather, you can tell it's turning now. There's a sort of an autumnal feel in the air. When I go out with the dog in the morning walking, there's quite a nip in the air. We've got big trees outside our house, and I can see them from out the window, and they're sort of starting to turn that autumnal, like rustic, orangey browny colour. Not many, but you can see the odd ones dotted around, so you can tell that the seasons are ready to change, which I love autumn. Winter is my favourite time of the year. I know a lot of people that I speak to like the autumn, but they're not so keen on the winter. Well, I love winter as well. I love everything to do with this time of the year. I love the holidays. I love Halloween. I'm not really so keen on bonfire night. Bonfire night's it's a bit of a bleh. It doesn't really do much for me. But I love Halloween. I love Christmas. I love the start of a new year, a new beginning, which I'm hoping that this year, I shouldn't say it really because you shouldn't wish your life away, but I'll be glad to see the back of this year, but I'm sure that there's an awful lot of people feel the same as I do. Anyway, I'm going to crack on and not chitter-chatter too much, just because I didn't realise I'd got quite as much to show you as I have, so I'm going to get cracking and carry on. I'll just tell you, I've got in my coffee today, I've got my strawberry themed mug. I thought this is the Kath Kidston range, the breakfast mugs. I know it's not breakfast, it's about 2 o'clock now, but I know that I've got quite a lot of talking to do, so I thought I probably need a big mug of coffee. Excuse me. Anyway, so we'll start off with my works in progress. I'll start off with the smallest one first. My dear friend Susan, who I'm sure you all know is my bestie. I talk about her quite often on here. We was messaging backwards and forwards on WhatsApp the other day. And I asked her what she was making, and she said, oh, I'm doing some pumpkins and blah, 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 things for autumn. And she sent me some pictures, and of course, you know what it's like. All us crafters is the same. We just need that little bit of inspiration and off we go. So I have got some homemade decorations that I did make for Halloween last year. And I will put a picture in here and show you what I've already made. But I like to add little bits to it every year. So I went and found some. I've just used Stylecraft Special DK. And I've decided to do pumpkins in all different colours. You see, when I made mine last year, I think it was the first time I'd ever made them last year. And I only saw them in like oranges and like rustic colours. But then this year, when I was flicking through there's lots and lots of free patterns on Ravelry. I haven't got a picture of the pattern because I just had it off Ravelry, but it's just, if you just all look for crocheted pumpkins, there's hundreds of free patterns there. And I had a look on this year, and there's loads of different colours, so I've decided I'm going to do a few different colours. So this is the first one that I've made. It's yet to have its stalk in it, but I made this last night. So I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do a white one, and I've seen one with two-tone where they use two colours, so I might do that as well. Really simple to make. You just do a chain and you work into the back loop only, which gives you the rib, this like a ribbing effect. Stuff it, and then you bring it in the middle. You sort of bring it in there and back out, and you just put your stalk in there, and you've got a pumpkin. So I'm going to, that's what of the colour I'm doing, and I'm just going to do a brown stalk. So that's, I just whipped that up in a couple of hours last night, but they're really good fun to make and they look really, really nice. I like to have, on our dining room table, I've got a really big bowl in the middle and I like to put all my seasonal things in there. So yeah, I like to have things like this, and maybe some on the fireplace too. I am trying to persuade Mr. C to let me have some fairy lights around the fireplace. He's not big into things like that. I don't mind at Christmas, he loves it at Christmas, but he's not into fairy lights everywhere. I love them and I'd have them everywhere, but he's not big into it, so, you know, I try to keep him happy. Anyway, that's my first thing. That's the pumpkin. I'll have to keep bending down, guys, because if you could see all the stuff around me. But let me just show you what I found, and I thought I'd show you this. Again, it's a free pattern, and this is a lady on Facebook. I can't think. Oh, it's So Happy, and a free pattern. But look at that one. And it's using my favourite yarn. It's the sheepy stonewash. I don't know if the pumpkin's made from a sheepy stonewash. It doesn't say, it just says you need double knit yarn. But obviously, because it's there, I'm guessing that's what she's used. But I can tell that this leaf here is made from the sheepy stonewash. So everybody have a look on there on Facebook and have a look at, like I said, I can only just read that because it's so small. But it's So Happy Create UK. And like I say, on her Facebook page, it's a free pattern. So yeah, really nice that, isn't it? I love things like this around the house. Let me just have a sip. Right, my next thing up, my socks. I know these have been going on forever and ever, and you all know I'm not super quick with my socks, but I want to keep showing you the progress because I think I'm doing really well. I'm almost finished, to be fair, but I get that waylaid doing other stuff because everybody knows sock making isn't my favourite thing. So if I find something else, and because they're for Christmas, I think, oh, I've got loads of time. And I haven't really. So this is my sock so far. So I've turned the heel and I've actually done the whole foot, and now I'm on to, let me just make sure I don't pull my stitches off. Bear with me. I am on to just decreasing for the toe, so I've got to change back to the green and do the toe. So that one is almost done. And I'm really pleased with them. I really hope she'll like them, our Katie, but I'm sure she will. And then the next one, I've done, bear with me, I've done the leg and I've done the heel and flap, is that called? So I've just got to pick up the stitches round here now and get back to doing the foot. So that's how far I am with them. I will tell you, I am doing them, I tell you every time, but you know, for those new viewers that haven't seen, I'm using Adder, and they are 20 centimetres and 2.5. I do them 2 at a time, but I have 2 separate circular needles because I don't like 2 at a time on the magic loop. So I'm using those, and it's just a basic vanilla pattern. And have I still got the ball band? Yeah. The yarn is by the lovely Ellie from Craft House Magic, and it's colourway Jingle Bell Rocks, and it's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So that's how far I've got with them. I would imagine if I could put my mind to it, I'd have them done in a couple of days, but like I say, just keep getting waylaid with lots of other things. They're in my lovely bag, my Christmas bag, that lovely Rachel from So Ray Me gifted me. So that's another works in progress. This is car knitting. Now this, I haven't done much of this because I haven't been in the car much, to be fair. It's in my lovely bag by my friend Dawn from Dawn's Days. And this is the mitred square blanket. Like I say, I haven't been in the car that much, so I haven't done much car knitting. But when this is finished, it's going to be really, really cute. I'm still doing the first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to do it 10 long by maybe 7. Do you think that'll be big enough for a baby blanket? I would imagine. When I say baby blanket, I mean a doll's baby, not a grown-up doll. Not a grown-up doll, not a grown-up baby. Yeah, so that's how far I've got, but I really like how it looks. And the good thing about it is all these ends here. I got this idea from Jules from So Sweet Violet. All these ends here really should be woven in, but because I'm going to back it with a piece of cotton, like Jules says, you can hide them all behind, so you don't have to do loads of sewing in, and which I hate doing, which normally under normal circumstances puts me off doing things like this. Like there's a lot of crochet blankets out there that I would love to do, but they're made in squares and then you join them together, and it's the constant having to sew in ends. I am a lazy crafter when it comes to things like that. I don't like it. That's why I love amigurumi, because whatever you make, you can stick the tail in it, stuff the stuffing in it, and that's it. You don't have to, oh, I just love that kind of thing. This really puts that kind of thing, all this hanging here, really puts me off making things. So I'm happy about that I can just stuff it all in the back, put a nice piece of cotton over the back, and nobody will know any different. I am just using, I am actually doing this on straight needles. Got a pair of straight needles here. It's done on 2 3/4 millimeters. Like I say, I am just doing them on straight needles. Don't know if you can see that, if it's focusing. The light's not very good. Anyway, it don't matter about that. You don't need to see that, do you? And I've just got lots. Oh, excuse me, I've got an itchy nose. I've just got lots and lots of different little tiny 10-gram balls that I've got loads of them now. At one time I had nothing like that, but I've got loads of them now. So yeah, that's my car knitting. Like I say, I haven't really done very much, but I haven't been out in the car much, other than going to and from Katie's. And for some reason, when we was coming home from Katie's, I didn't really do much car knitting. Normally I knit or crochet in the car, but I just didn't bother. I don't know why, but I didn't. Anyway, next, it's in my, I made this bag, my mushroom bag. I love this fabric. It's really, really fun fabric, and it's lined in a little pink and white polka dot, a little andlon. And this I started a couple of nights ago. I haven't done much on it, but I thought I'd show it to you anyway. It is the Christmas blanket by Kate Eastwood at Just Pootling, and it's a crocheted blanket. And I thought I might as well start it now, because it will probably take, because quite a big blanket, will probably take me some time to do. It's done. Kate from Just Pootling has done hers. Let me explain to you. Hers is made in Paintbox Wool Mix Aran 100-gram balls. But she did say for a slightly cheaper option, you can use Paintbox Simple Aran 100% acrylic. Well, mine isn't Paintbox. I use Stylecraft for everything. So let me show you. So I've used Stylecraft Special Aran, and the shade is 101, and it's white. There's not a lot to see really, but you can see I've only done about 6 rows, if that. You can see how big the blanket is going to be. I mean, I'll double it, and then you'll be able to get a better idea. So that's doubled. So it's going to be quite a big blanket. So the bottom bit there's quite a lot of it you just do all in plain white first. Well, you can see. So you start at the bottom here, and I don't know if you can see on camera, but here you can see it's got pom-poms, which obviously is imitation like snow. So what you use for that was, she suggests a Caron. Is it called Caron? C-A-R-O-M. and it's just a sparkle. It's basically a white double knit with a little bit of sparkle. It's like a glitter thread going through it. And I couldn't get any. I did try on Wool Warehouse and they was out of stock. And you know what you like when I wanted to start. So I just went to my local yarn shop and I bought, this is Wondersoft. It's by Stylecraft again. And it's Wondersoft Stardust double knit. And I don't know if you can see. I mean, the light is blowing it out, I think. But it has got, if you can see, little bits of, if I move it around, just little bits of like a glitter thread going through it, and you just do your pom-poms in that. So yeah, that'd be nice. I'm making this is for us, and I'm going to make this to throw over the back of the sofa all through December. So yeah, that's another one of my makes. And I'm not going to go into this too much. I will tell you about it because, you know, it's been going on forever and it's been a bit of a dilemma because I don't know whether to just pull it all back or carry on and just wear it, you know, just about the house to keep warm. The winter months are coming and I am having a lot of tropical moments at the moment, but there is times where I have cold flushes as well, so I might carry on and do it. It seems such a shame when I've got so close to finishing it. Are you ready for this? And you'll all go like this when you see it. Oh gosh, not that again. But it is. Let me get the page. Even I'm fed up of it, so you must be fed up of it as viewers. I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't turned off by now. It's the Cloud 9 cardigan by Iron Lamb. It's almost done. And I'll skim over it really quickly, not to bore everybody. But I have finished the bottom and done all the ribbing all round the neck. I'm not going to stand up because I've done one sleeve and I've decided to do a 3/4 length sleeve. So I've just got the other sleeve to do and then it's finished. But my problem is I'm not going to put it on because it's horrendous. It's about 7 sizes too big for me. It looks okay, doesn't it? But it's massive. So, like I say, I've gone to all that trouble. I don't know if many of you watch, if there's any of you that's watched me for some time, you'll know I don't do big garments. I'm not a garment knitter. I get too bored and I end up not doing them. So for me to finish this is a big deal, even though it's about 4 sizes too big for me. But I am going to finish it and I am just going to wear it round the house or, you know, throw it on to walk the dog. It just seems a shame not to. So that's almost finished. I'm not going to say any more about that. I'm just going to put it in the box, in the bag. And I mean, I want to get it finished because Christmas is coming and I want to put my Christmas make in my Christmas bag. That's all I'm going to say about that. Put it in the box. Throw it under the table. Out the way. Right, let me just have a sip. Right, my next work in progress is sewing. I've only got a couple to show you and I'll try and be very quick. As you all know, and you've seen in the past, I would imagine, I am making, I might have to take out the packet, you won't be able to see it, so sorry about the rustling. I am making the Night Before Christmas stocking. This was a make-along that finished maybe 4 weeks ago, and as always, I'm always behind. It always gets done, but I never ever keep up with make-alongs ever. Very, very rarely do I. So it is Night Before Christmas stocking, and it's gorgeous. Can you see that little mouse there? Oh my word, it's horrendous. The lighting is terrible. Just bear with me 1 second and I'm just going to tilt my blinds and see if it looks any. Right, I've just tilted my blinds in my craft room a little bit. See if you can see it. See if it's not blowing it out. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Can you see it? So the cute little mouse there. Oh, I love it. So this is, so the front of it is done in 2 parts. The front of it is all hexagons. And then you obviously put wadding on and you quilt it, and then the back is just a plain fabric. So this is how far I've got with my English paper piece in front. I'm using this fabric this one is by, I think the lady's called Heather Moss. I don't know if it's a Riley Blake. This one I got from the lovely Mabel and Me and Mabel, is it, off Instagram? I think I got them all from her, to be fair. Apart from this one, I don't think I got that one, but I might have done. Anyway, that's how far I've got with my hexagons for the front of my stocking. So hopefully I'll get a bit more of that done over the next couple of weeks. I really love that. I so enjoy English paper piecing. My only thing with that is that my eyesight is not good. It's not terrible. That sounds like I'm blind as a bat and I can't see anything, and that's not the case. My eyesight is not terrible, but my eyesight close up isn't good. And I do have a big crafting light at the side of my chair where I sit, but it just, sometimes it's just really hard. It's tiring on my eyes, so I have to do it in the daytime, and a lot of the time in the daytime you're busy doing other things, aren't you? I mean, it's not so bad at the moment because I don't know about everybody else, but we're not in lockdown and there's a lot of restrictions being eased, but Tim and I are very cautious about what we do. We're still being very careful. We just only go out if we need to. We have been to a couple of places, but we try to be, I don't know, we just try to be careful, which, you know, I think that's an age thing because we're getting old. We're worried that, you know, I guess if we got it, well, it's not even worth thinking about, so we won't go there. And the next thing that is almost finished but not quite, I showed you this I think last time, is my Angel Mouse by Tilda. It's a free pattern off the Tilda website. I've just got left to do facial features and tail. Can you see that there? That's a tail. And then I finished her. And here she is. She's as cute as anything, isn't she? So she's just got a little skirt on. Like I say, she's got to have a tail. She's not got a tail yet. She's got to have a tail and she's got to have some facial features. Tim says her ears are a bit lopsided, but, you know, who's ever seen a mouse made out of Tilda fabric? I said that to him. I said, it's a doll. It don't look right, he says. Them are lopsided. I said, it's a doll, love. It's not a mouse. Don't matter if its ears are lopsided. It makes it all more handmade. Anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking of a name for this one. I don't know what to call her. And I think she's going to go up on, I don't know, maybe this shelf here or these shelves here. I'm actually thinking about having a move around. I know I've only just done the craft room, but I'm actually thinking about moving around. I think these shelves here should all have my makes on, all my dolls, and I think it'd be nice for you to be able to see them. And I'm thinking about putting my fabrics in containers that's got lids on. Don't like them on there. The thing is, I'm holding this up like that, so that's my Tilda mouse anyway. I'm getting carried away. But I just need to choose a name for her. Yeah, about my fabrics here. I don't like can you see? I don't like my fabrics being out here. Because, not that we live in a particularly dusty house, but you know, I mean, some of the fabrics, if I don't use them for 6 months, I'm not keen on them being there. So I've had to think about that, and I think I might put them in storage and put some of my dolls up there for display. Watch this space. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Anything can change. You know, I'm always in here. I'm always swapping things around, so anything can happen. Right, so them are my works in progress. Next, I'm going to do... Now, my first one, I did this when I was at Katie's house sitting. And it's only tiny. And the only complaint I'd have about this is that it was really, really sore on my wrist because she's so small. It really did put a strain on my wrist, and it caused me to have a little bit of repetitive strain, I think. And when I do my crocheting, because I'm so tight, because I'm I like it to be a really tight knit, dense stitch, so that when you do stuff it, because I do tend to stuff my dolls with an inch of the life, that you can't see the stuffing through the stitches. Anyway, it's this one. It's Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth, and the pattern is by Amour, I can't pronounce this, Amour Feu. I'll put the description, I'll put the name underneath because I can't pronounce it. Anyway, so that is what this is. Let me get her for you. She turned out really rather well, actually. I quite like her. And I think I kept getting on Tim's nerves because every time I put a bit together, I kept going to him, hold on a sec, my husband and I. And it was really making him mad, I think. But yeah, I really, really like her. She turned out really well. I used a 2.25 Clover Amour crochet hook, and I used Sheepy's Katona. And did I use Safety Eyes? Yep, Safety Eyes. And she was a really, really fun make. Like I said, the only thing I have got against this, well, not against it, but it did give me a little bit of pain in my wrist. But the finished product, I think, is well worth it. I absolutely love her. I think she's brilliant. She's got, you can take her hat off, and there's her grey hair with curls. And yeah, I think she looks wonderful. She looks a bit like Mary Poppins, to be fair, as well. Do you not think? Yeah, she could be a Mary Poppins. So that's my first finished object. Her Royal Highness. I'll leave her there. And then the second one I've done, I think I'd started this last time I podcast. It is Joe the puppy, amigurumi. This one was a really fun make. This one I used King Cole Yummy, and I think it was done on a 4.5mm hook, so no pain in the wrist. And it was done in a few days, maybe 2 days, 3 days, and then there you go. So there's Joe. I didn't do Safety Eyes. I've just done embroidered on his features because I didn't know whether to put these in my shop. I'm still unsure what to do. I don't really know what to do. I'm a bit nervous about putting things like this in the shop. I don't know. I don't know if anybody would want them. But anyway, I love him. So this is Joe. His neckerchief was made out of Sheepy Stonewash XL. That's a chunker. Yeah, so that's another finished object. Dead easy to make, like I say, over a few days. But it's so, the King Cole Yummy yarn, it really is a nice yarn. It's so soft. It's like a bit of a chenille type yarn. But yeah, he's lovely. I love him. He'll probably end up on the shelf. I probably won't put him in my shop. I'll be worried about whether he's good enough. So anyway, we'll put him up there. So that's another finished object. My next one, bear with me 1 second, is one that I did over a couple of nights. And in fact, I don't know if I started this when I was at Katie's because I had extra yarn with me. And it is by a lady called Helen Goodman, and it's Flora Honeypot, and it's her Bowl of Hugs. Now, this is the one I've made. If you have a look at the embroidery there, mine does not look like that. I think I am going to have a go at making another one because there's a few different designs that she's done. She's done one where she's put lace on, and she's done this one which I've done. I haven't printed the pattern off because, as you well know, I like to have them all on my iPad, so I just print the picture off so you could see it. But I wanted to make mine for my Wonder Clips. But this is my little bowl of hugs. Like I say, if you look at my embroidery and you look at Helen's, there's a bit of a difference. Practice makes perfect. Maybe I need to practice this, but other than that, I think the bowl's very nice. I just need to practice the decoration best, to get it better rather. So again, I used Sheepy's Katona. This is a Rico, I don't know what it's called, Rico, I think it's just a double knit. They do a full range now of the tiny, I think they've 10 gram, 20 gram balls, 25 gram balls. Anyway, it's a Rico one, that. But this inside and the white and the red is Sheepy's Katona. So I crocheted a little bowl for my wonder clips. I need to practice, don't I, with this. I can't tell you what that looks like, but it don't look good. But anyway, like I said, practice makes perfect. So that's my other finished object. Now, I didn't know whether to show you this as a finished object, but I think I will because it just needs a pom-pom going on. I've got the pom-pom here, and this pattern is by Molly Klein Designs, and it's the Dainty Dot hat pattern. And I used Vikings hand-dyed yarn in a double knit, and the colourway is Chill. Oops, excuse me. It is superwash merino wool. Yep, just a double knit. Anyway, here we go. This is, I've left that there because I wasn't sure how to put the pom-pom on. Anyway, it does need blocking. I haven't blocked it yet. But this is, I love how, can you see how the purples and the stripes are going round like this? I really, really like that. You're not really seeing it very well there, are you? I have got a picture of it, so I will pop a picture in round about here somewhere for you to see. But yeah, shall I put it on? I don't suit hats. I think it's a bit of a, if you can see, it's one of them that comes down here, so the pom-pom will be down here. But it's alright for walking the dog, isn't it? Like I said, I don't suit hats. What do I look like? I don't mind making myself look a fool. Anyway, so now my hair's all, oh dear. So yeah, that's my final, my final finished object. Like I say, I will put a picture in so you can see. And I've got the black pom-pom to go on the top, but I just didn't get round to doing it. I wished I had now, but it might have been a better thing for you to look at, but you can sort of get the idea, can't you? I love this yarn. I love the colourway. It's very nice. I love purple. Purple's one of my favourite colours. Anyway, so that's my last finished object. Now, I'll just take, I'll tell you what I made that hat on. Forgot, yeah. I used my Chia Goo. I love these. These by far my favourite needles. I'd have every size in every length if I could afford them. But they are quite an expensive needle, but I do love them. And I used, I think it was a 4.5 to cast on, and the rib. No, the other way around. 4 to cast on, do the rib, and then that. Another size. I shouldn't tell you too much because that's a paid for pattern. Anyway, let me have a look at my notes. Right. Incoming. A couple of incoming things to show you. So, you all know I have I should have took it out of the packet. So I'm not going to do because it'll be rattling. But I have a monthly subscription to a minis club from Yarn for the Soul. And this month, it's all Beatrix Potter themed. And this month is the old woman who lived in a shoe. And, can you see those? Are they not the prettiest colours? I should have taken it out of the bag, but like I say, it's really noisy, so I'm not going to do. So that's this month's subscription from my minis club. So that's that. I've got a really itchy nose, sorry. And Katie, after we'd finished looking after the house for her, she always sends something nice, either biscuits. I usually get a lovely tin of biscuits or something like that, just to say thank you. And throughout lockdown, I have put some weight on. I'm trying to be really good, and I'm trying to walk and not eat things that I shouldn't eat, or overeat, should I say. Oh, excuse me, I've got a terrible itchy nose. So she said, well, is there anything else that you'd like? So I said, well, actually, yes, there's a really nice book that I quite fancy. As you all know, I love working with felt, and I've had my eye on this book for a while. So the other day it arrived, and it's called Making Marmalade by Simone Gooding. Is that not just adorable? It really is an absolute beautiful book. And the pattern is to make marmalade. Let me show you. This is marmalade. She's just the cutest little bunny. But then in the book, oh my goodness. I mean, you can just... oh. Well, this is Baby Bunny. This is Marmalade's baby doll. And they're all small, cutie. You know, I really do like making cute things. And then, let me just show you. There is a sleeping bag for Marmalade, and a pillow. A quilted sleeping bag and pillow. Oh, there's all sorts. There's bonnets that you can make for her. A bonnet. I can flick through it all. There's pyjamas. There's a beautiful coat. I'm sure there's just bear with me 1 second. I'm sure there's a picture of a wardrobe. Here we go. This is all the things that you can make for her that's in the book, and that's all Marmalade's wardrobe. And there's a little, oh gosh. So I need to make something from this, and I thought, look at this one. Look at that gorgeous outfit. So I thought, well, the first thing I need to do before I go any further is make marmalade. So yesterday, when I was at the hairdresser's, I nipped over to the shop in Shaw, and I got myself a piece of felt. That's all it is, just, I think you need, I don't know if it's an 18 by 18 inch piece. Anyway, I've got some felt, so I am going to make marmalade. I'm really, really enjoying making my toys at the moment, sewing and crocheting. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do. But I said that last time. I'm just going to do what I enjoy. So, yeah, sometime over the next week, marmalade is going to get made, and she'll come to life. So that's that. So that, I've been really good. Actually, no, there's one more thing. I bought a pattern. Like I say, I'm really into making my toys at the moment. So I do spend some time, just so I can have a break, flicking through, you know, Etsy, looking at all the nice patterns that I can have, or Instagram, or, you know, we all do it, don't we? Seeing what, get some inspiration from somewhere. Anyway, I found on Etsy, I think it was, this really, really cute pattern of a mouse. Is it Flora? Yeah, Flora the mouse. If I can find the link to this, I will leave it in the description box below, or if not, the name of the lady that I bought it from. Like I say, I've only just printed off that pattern, so that picture, so you can see it. So there's no other information, only that it's Flora the mouse. So I've bought that pattern, and I've cut all the pieces out. It's not a big mouse, and laminated them. I always do that. I print off the pattern, I laminate it, and then I cut out the pattern pieces, so that, you know, you can make it, it gives it a nice sturdy feel to it, and you can keep using them over and over again without them, you know, getting wrecked. But that is another thing that I treated myself to. But really, other than that, and the yarn for my Christmas blanket, I've been very good these past couple of weeks. I've not really overspent. And that is it for incomings. Now, I've got a new thing. Well, it's not a new thing, but I've decided that I need to I tend to buy things and think, oh, I'll make them. And I don't know about anybody else, but I get that way where I forgot what I've got. So I need to stop doing that. I need to, when I treat myself to things, I need to start making them. Having a break of treating myself, making them, and then when I've got nothing left, treat myself again. So I've decided that I'm going to get a few things together in craft bags, project bags, and I'm going to get ready for the next one. So, you know, I haven't really got much to do now other than finish my socks off and my Christmas blanket. So I've got a few things all prepped, ready to go, and I'll show you. Now, I don't know as if I've shown you this before because I've got such a bad memory and I haven't flicked back through my podcasts. So I don't know if I've shown you, so I'll be very quick with this one. I don't know if any of you are aware, but where I live, we have, well, it's not far from where I live, it's in Skipton, which is maybe a 40-minute drive from me. We always have every year a big, I don't know what you'd call it, yarn show called Yarndale, and obviously because of the obvious reasons it's been cancelled this year. So I treated myself to, I don't know who organised it. I don't know if it was is she called the Warwick Sock Mum? Not sure. Again, I'll leave descriptions below. Anyway, this was up for sale. This is the Yarndale sheep. So on, I think it was the Yarndale website I got this from. So you got the Yarndale little bag to make your socks with, and the West Yorkshire Spinners, and this is their sock yarn for Yarndale. These are Yarndale colours, I think. So I treated myself to that a while back, but I wasn't sure if I showed it to you, but I've got that ready because when I finish making the Christmas socks, I am going to make these for me. Socks take me a long time, as you know, so I could be still doing them at Christmas. So that was my little treat from Yarndale and my socks. The next thing up, I don't even know what's in these bags, so I'll have to have a look. Oh, right, yes. So, again, you've all seen this before. I don't know if you remember, I don't know when it was, quite a while back now, I treated myself, or did somebody else treat me? I can't remember. It was Timothy. Timothy treated me to the Harry Potter knitting book, and I wanted to make the mittens. And I can't remember if anybody knew about this, but Ellie from Craft House Magic and Becky from Back to Blighter, they did a knit along, and you had to make it out of the Harry Potter book. Well, I wanted to make the mittens and I've copied the pattern out of my book because I don't like bending the books and making them a mess, but I can't remember what the mittens are called now because I've not got it on here. Anyway, you'll remember, but I've wound up my wool. This is the wool that Becky from Back to Blighter dyed for me. I've wound up my yarn, and as soon as I've got some free needles, because I think it's done on the same size needles, let me check. It doesn't say on here. It doesn't say on here, but I think it's done on the same size needles as I'm doing my socks on. So I'll have to do my next socks, my Yarndale socks, on my DPNs, and I'm going to use the circular needles to make the mittens. Again, I'll insert a picture of the mittens because I haven't got one. But that's another thing I've just got to get started with all these things. And like I say, I need to stop buying things and start doing the ones that I've already got. So that's another one. This one, again, I've had this a bit and I'm going to start this. This is a hot water bottle cover by, it's the same lady as who's doing the pumpkin, So Happy Creative. And it's the hot water bottle. I love it. It's paid for pattern, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But it's done in the Stylecraft, and again I love Stylecraft. It's done in the Stylecraft Batik, and it's a double knit. And this is the solid colour that goes all the way around. And then I've got all these other colours here, which I'm not going to get them all out and show you. Well, I'll get a couple out and show you, just bear with me. There you go. I might as well get them all out. Bear with. Because they're really nice colours. I mean, I think these will probably make more than one, probably make 3. So those are the colours that I'm going to use for the hot water bottle. Nice, aren't they? And again, I've used this batik before. I think I crocheted as a gift. I think I crocheted a scarf in it, and it was absolutely beautiful. It's a really, really nice yarn to work with. Like I said, I've worked with it before, and it really is quite nice, and it washes well as well. So that's another one that I've got all lined up, ready to go. So hopefully by the time you see me next time, I'll have started at least 1 or 2 of these, if not more. And the next thing, this is in, I got a beautiful gift off Dawn. She's so lovely, Dawn. Because I'm not going to lie, over the past few months, I have been struggling a little bit with, I don't know if you want to call it mental health, out of sorts. I don't know. I've just been struggling. The fact that I can't see friends, I can't see family. I'm restricted to my house. Tim's retired and we can't do all the things we've planned. Oh, I'm not going on. But I have been struggling. And Dawn knew that, because Dawn and I talk, and she knew that I'd been struggling a little bit. So bless her heart, she sent me a cheer up parcel. And I was just so touched by it. I mean, she sent me chocolate, which has long gone. She sent me a beautiful card, and she sent me this gorgeous bag. How lovely is that? I mean, I don't know, but everybody that I know knows that I love polka dots. Polka dots are my favourite. So it's got a gorgeous little label on, Dawn's Days, and she knows how I love bright colours. So look at that lining. I love it. And then in here, I bought this on my last trip to Black Sheep, and it's a pattern by Emma Vernon, and it's Sam the Lamb. I love him. So I bought that, and I bought this to go with it. This is actually what the pattern calls for. It's Sirdar Snuggly Bunny. Sirdar Snuggly Bunny, and it is so soft. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's a little bit like Joe the Puppy, really tactile and squishy. Anyway, the body and the head is done in this. Can you see? There you go. And then the rest of him is just done in a cotton. And I'm just going to use this one. I've got yarn and colour, must have, and it's just a white. So it is the same colour as what's on the pattern. So that's another thing that I've got on the go. It's, to be fair, it's a good job I don't work anymore. You know, when you retire, and I've heard people say this so many times before, I don't know how I work full time and got everything in, and I honestly now understand that. I mean, I only used to work 2 days a week, but I don't know how I managed to do everything else and work 2 days a week, because I just don't have enough time now. My days, the one thing I can honestly say is I am never, ever bored. Never. I can always find something to do. And like I said, I don't know how I worked and fitted everything else in as well. But it's just as well, isn't it? Because look at all this I've got to do. And then, I've not finished yet. This is my last but not least. This is a bag that my other wonderful friend, I bet you all recognise this. This is by lovely Lindsay of Stitch Create Love. Lindsay sent me this, maybe 2-3 months ago now. And it's got, look at this. I don't know if you can see it. I'll pull it and hold it up that way. I get it right. Bear with me. And it says, I think it says handmade. Is that not gorgeous? Anyway, so yeah, my dear friend Lindsay made me this. And at the bottom, she also put in, which I love, lavender pouch. She made me a little lavender pouch. And then a little Peter on the back. Oh, gorgeous. And this is another thing that I want to make for Christmas. This is the snowman. I had this, well, when I say I had this was in a magazine that I got last Christmas and always wanted to make it, but again, never got round to doing it. I was new to podcasting then, and I decided to do Vlogmas, so my days was taken up with working and getting organised for Christmas, and then podcast or vlogging on top of, I just never got round to doing it. Anyway, I've decided that this year I am having this. I love him. So this is one of my next makes when it comes to crocheting. I think I'm going to start this one next. So it's the snowman, and I ordered what it says. This is the yarn that the pattern recommended. It's the Drops Cotton Merino, and it's in off-white. Yeah, it just says colour 1, but it is actually called off-white. And the green for his scarf, they didn't have it in, and I think it's discontinued, so I just got the nearest. It's not the olive green, but I thought, you know, it's a snowman, does it matter? And I've got some of the black and orange, so yeah, I think I'm going to start this next. So that's my last lined up project. Told you I'd got a lot to do. And I'm just at the moment not sleeping very well, so when I get up, I mean, sometimes I can get up. Well, this morning it was 4 o'clock and Tim had got up to go to the bathroom, and as he got back in I said, what time is it? Is it time for me to get up? And he said, don't be so stupid, it's 4 o'clock, roll over and go back to sleep. But I am often up at that time, and so I do get quite a lot of crafting done very early in the morning. I usually have at least an hour or an hour and a half in the morning before the day even starts where I craft. So sometimes I can play a lot of catch up if I don't sleep too well. So yeah, so that is about all I've got to show you. I mean, I've got loads more I can show you, but it's just ridiculous. How long have I been? Let me just get rid of that. 32 minutes already I've been chit-chatting, and then I've had a break because I needed to do stuff. So yeah, so the other thing that I wanted to do a little shout out. There's some new kids on the block and they're brilliant, and I just thought, you know, I want to share some of the love. So I've made a list, just bear with me. So the first one that I want to give you all a shout out, it's called, or the podcast is called, Night Owl Fibres, and it's mum and daughter, and they're really, really, really good, really entertaining. I love watching them. Some of the work is just, anyway, it's just brilliant, phenomenal, and they're definitely worth a watch. The mum is called Brenda and the daughter is Rachel, and like I say, it's Night Owl Fibres, so perhaps go over to them and perhaps share a little bit of love there, give them a thumbs up, or maybe if you love it, a subscribe. And the next one, which I'm sure everybody knows by now, she's become very, very famous, very, very quick, is our Paula from Stitched by Mrs. D. Again, she's quite new to podcasting, Paula. I'm not sure how many, sorry, I'm wobbling the camera. I'm not sure how many episodes she's put up, maybe 6 or 7, but she is absolutely brilliant to watch. She's comical. She's everything about a podcast I love. She's just my kind of person. So much to do. She is a real keen crafter. She knits, she sews. I think she crochets. You know, she must do. I can't remember seeing it, but she's got to. But she's really lovely. I really, really highly recommend her. And then the last one, last but not least, by the way, let me tell you, is a lady called Karen from Stitches and Jacks. And again, brilliant. I love her. She's actually, I am in, we have a Zoom meeting on a Thursday night, and Karen from Stitches and Jacks is in this Zoom meeting along with Lindsay and many others. And she's brilliant. She's really, really taken to podcasting really well. She's very professional. She's really nice. Loads of makes. And again, just a really good watch and well worth you going over. And again, you know, giving them a thumbs up, sharing some love, and maybe even subscribing if it's, you know, your kind of thing. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little bit of shout out and, you know, share the love around. And other than that, I have got a little bit of shop news for you. Just bear with me and I'll have a sipper. This last week and this coming week, I've been really busy packing up all my advent boxes, getting them ready to go out. I'm just waiting for one thing to come. Oh no, two things to come. But yeah, I've been a busy bee packing up and getting all organised, and everything's all coming together. I'm very, very excited about it. So I've been thinking what I might do when it gets to nearer Christmas, and I quite like the idea of a new cast on Christmas Eve. So what I was thinking of doing is, I don't know what to call it really. It's not a box, it's just a treat for you. A Christmas Eve cast on. And I thought what would be nice is maybe a new project bag and yarn for a new cast on. So like maybe a sock set or a shawl set, or I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet, but I'm thinking that that's what we might do. But Tim and I are going to dye the yarn. We're going to try and dye it ourselves. So that, I mean, it's not for definite yet, but I think that's what we quite fancy having a go at. A Christmas Eve cast on parcel or treat. Like I say, you'll get a bag, some yarn, a stitch marker set, and maybe a nice hot chocolate and a little chocolate treat for Christmas Eve. You know, when you've done everything and all the children are in bed, and you know that time on Christmas Eve when you can all go, all you mums can go, ah, and breathe. I thought it'd be something nice for you. Anyway, watch this space. And other than that, I've got a little shop update, which I've just done today. I'll show you them. I'll whip through them with you. I love this bag. Love it. This is one of my bigger bags. It's a drawstring bag, not a drawstring, a zipper pouch. It's quite a big one. It's got the shocking pink. I love this shocking pink. This fabric is Moda Grunge Spots, I think it is. I think that's what they call it. And it's got 100% linen base, nylon zipper. And it's, like I said, it's quite a big one, this. So there's that one. I love this. And then I love this material too. I've had this material before, but this material is from Germany. I order this material, you have to order it to print. And I order it from Germany, and then when they've got enough to do, I guess, a bolt of material, then they print it off, and then they send off the meterage to the individual ones. So I've done a couple of these. I've got one, it's just a standard drawstring. This one has got the turquoise, got the little crafty cleggs there, the turquoise, what's these? Drawstring channels and lining. And then I did another one with the shocking pink, and they've all got the 100% cotton drawstring. I love this fabric. This is so much fun. This is definitely me. Nice and bright and cheerful. There's this one here with the Hawaiian ladies, and it's got a nice mint green lining with the braided drawstrings. And then this one is another one that I absolutely love. Love this one. Let me show you. Another zipper pouch. So we've got these are panels, and I've just quilted down the middle there. So that's the front. Can you see it? And the front and back. It doesn't matter whichever way you want it, back or front. And again, I've lined it with the, let me show you, shocking pink with a yellow zipper. Is that not just, see, this is my kind of thing. I love colours like this, bright, cheerful. It's just what you need to cheer you up, isn't it? So yeah, love that one. And then I've got a couple. I've made these before, and these are called the wee bra bag, and this is the smallest size. So that's the smallest size. You could actually get This is ideal for amigurumi. It's got 2 little pockets in the front, there and there. And what I did, just to mix it up a bit, I thought I'd do the plain linen, 100% linen front with the pockets. And then the back has got the, let me open it up so you can see it, the little fairy. Oh, I love them. And it's fully lined with polka dots, my favourite. But these are an ideal size for either sock knitting or, like I say, amigurumi. You can pop them in your handbag, just dead easy to just pop in and go. So there's this one. And then, let me just do this. There's this one. And then it's got the nice bright floral on the back and fully lined, just with a mustard. So that's that. As we speak, Mr. C is downstairs photographing all the new stitch markers and progress keepers. He has been busy over the past couple of days. It seems to be his new purpose now. Stitch marker and progress keeper extraordinaire. That's what he seems to be doing. Anyway, it's keeping him busy and out of my hair, which works for me. Anyway, I think that's it. I haven't got anything else to show you. If you could see all around me, I won't show you because it's just complete chaos. It will probably take me another half hour now to clear up after I've finished. It's lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting my channel. If you do enjoy what you see, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and press that subscribe button down there. And until next time, please stay safe and I shall see you soon. Take care. Bye everybody.